The United States is highly regarded in the human rights sector worldwide, and it ranks high in the World Freedom Index and the Press Freedom Index, and is often confident in raising human rights issues in other countries. However, behind the scenes, vicious human rights abuses, illegal imprisonment, and torture are committed under the acquiescence of the court. As the real victim of such illegal kidnapping, imprisonment, and torture in the US, I was imprisoned illegally for 18 years in a US Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, prison and subjected to harsh torture after being kidnapped on September 30, 2007. I was barely released from illegal detention in a federal prison on February 13, 2025, but since then, the federal government has begun to follow me on 24-hour surveillance. Unable to withstand their physical and mental pressures, I eventually arrived in Korea on March 12, 2025. However, even in Korea, they followed me on 24-hour surveillance. I was then sent an email to Jennifer Wire, the federal prosecutor who illegally held me in a fake indictment, which I would like to disclose with a translation. I'm now taking a big risk and revealing illegal incarceration and fraud trials in federal courts. What you see now is a docket list used in federal court, where you put fake documents on it and use them as if they were real. This is pacer.com. Those who have been prosecuted by the prosecutors specified above, those who have been tried by the judges specified above, and those who have been counseled by the lawyers specified above, must check the court register. The reason I was tortured to death by the federal government was to get information about how much I knew about the millions of people illegally held in federal prison. They have spent the last 18 years trying to find out through continuous torture how much I know about their crimes, bribing everyone I contacted and even using my little girl and son. Prosecutor Jennifer Wire unlawfully kidnapped me and created a fake indictment. The document is patently fake because the first page of this indictment has no court filing and the last page has no grand jury signature. I've seen countless people in the US illegally locked up for fake indictments over the last 18 years. The part marked with arrows is the 3 people I'm talking about. First, in 2011, when I was incarcerated in Rampach, California, I witnessed the indictment of inmate Serafian, which had a court filing seal on the first page of the indictment but no grand jury signature on the last page. Also, in 2013, when I was illegally detained in federal prison Colorado, the indictment of inmate Newton James Cantel had a court filing seal on the first page but no grand jury signature on the last page. Even in 2014, when I was in USP Leavenworth, Kansas, Thomas Joseph Peters' affidavit didn't have the last page where the grand jury signature was required. These affidavits amount to an obvious fake. Despite persistent federal questioning, I have only partially spoken and closed my mouth. Such a federal fraud trial is also impossible without the help of an attorney. If the 3 accomplices I disclosed are imprisoned in court, each of them includes a lawyer involved. The email I sent to the federal prosecutor included my torture, even though it was just the tip of the iceberg. I have also sent emails to lawyers who cheated on me after coming to Korea, and I would like to disclose it to you. If you see this article for the lawyers I disclosed, make sure to check the court register of your case. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching this video. This case, which was covered in the video, goes beyond mere individual suffering and is a serious human rights violation within a country's judicial system that should never be overlooked. Please share this video widely, and I earnestly ask you to gather your attention and voice so that the same thing will never be repeated in a public institution called the federal court again. The attention and actions of each of you can be a great help to those who suffer in silence and an important foundation for correcting the wrong structure. Thank you.